Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you are new. Today we're in the 410 sprint cars for the first time ever, like on this channel at least, and at Williams Grove, because they just added this as a fixed series, and I like Williams Grove a lot, so might as well try it. But as you can see, the track is completely worn out from like bottom to top, so this is going to be a very interesting race. We ran a pretty good time in practice, second fastest there. Oh god, I hate these for some reason when they don't turn. I don't understand the sprint cars when you're going really slow speeds on pit road, so it always goes straight for me there, and I don't understand it, but hopefully we can run well in the race. There are cautions in this race, because it's I think B class or A class, one of the two. Because it's the same as the super late models, where they're going to have cautions. I think there's 15 guys, 16 guys in this race, something like that. Probably going to be cautions. I'm trying to stay out of the slick on the straightaway because your car just slides like back and forth. Try not to clip the wall because this track's super worn out. Holy crap, I'm so loose off the corners. Ran a 6 again. Okay, I'll take that. I ran about the same time in practice. So that's all I was hoping for. I can clean up 3 and 4 a little bit, which I don't think I did. Mainly just coming off. It was a little better coming off, but worse going in, I think. Yeah, worse lap. God, they're in the 4s. The one car ran a 2 in practice, which was crazy. I was watching his lap before I did my lap just to see what the hell he did. He just rips it on the outside so well. But we're car number 3, I think, out of 15. No, 17, actually. Wow, a lot of people. But got a few people left to qualify.
Alan and Raymond to the stage.
I'm so confused at what he's talking about. I think he's talking about like the guys he normally races with. I don't know, but we're car number 3 out of 17. So far, we're starting 4th. Got a couple guys left to qualify, so I'll pick it up when we're getting ready to go green in the race. All right, qualifying's over. We stayed in 4th. The last 2 guys aren't even here, so we just waited the whole time. They're not even in the lobby. So far, we're 4th. Looks like we have a top 5 kind of car running, so hopefully we can stick there. I'm gonna start the wing at -4 and see what happens. If you can see like the top of the car, the more forward is going to 0, further back is going to -10. That's the max it goes back to, and it kind of helps the car tighten or loosen up in the corners a little bit, but I don't know a ton about it. I just know it helps tighten or loosen the car. I don't know if it does anything for downforce or drag on the car, on how much that affects it, but I know you don't want it like super far back at like 10 and stuff all the time, but if you guys enjoy this kind of racing, hit that subscribe button so you can see future races. I do a lot of dirt, do some oval stuff. My last race I just ran in the ARCA series on the oval side. I do mostly dirt, I would say. And I like the late models a lot more than the sprint cars. I'm not great at the sprint cars, still trying to learn them, and this is the first time like ever I've been in the 410s because they used to only be in an open setup race. Now they have a fixed one, so I might race them every now and then. If you guys have raced this, let me know how you guys have done. I was surprised on how worn out this track came in. Like, these cars wear out a track very easily by themselves, so I was hoping to get like a little bit of a worn out track in the middle so you can kind of run the bottom or the top later on in the race, but you can't even run the bottom because it's already worn out before we got in. So that's kind of disappointing. I was hoping to be able to try something down there late in the race, but you can't even really run down there. You'd have to be like super like egg on the under the throttle. So I feel like this is going to be a one-lane race for the most part. A lot of sliders thrown. I don't expect to try to throw any sliders. I don't really want to, because I feel like I'm just going to wreck somebody. And you really can't hit anybody in these cars just because they're open wheels. Just like unlike the late models. Late models you can kind of beat and bang a little bit, which is kind of why I like them more. But you can get a lot closer to a wall. Like, I can get a lot closer to the walls in the corner in these than in the late models. And the guy in 5th just hit the guy in 3rd. Good job. That might have hurt his front end doing that, to be honest. Hopefully we can get a decent start. Don't want to spin the tires too much being up here. You can really get on the throttle if you were on the low side down the straightaway, and he's just coming all the way up. We get a 2X for that. I barely tapped him. These cars are very fragile though, with the open wheels and everything. Don't want to hit the wall for sure. And there's already a caution.
The road will be closed
We have to go by the 13. I guess it reverted back to the first lap. I'm very surprised by that. That sucks for the 13 a lot. That really sucks for him a whole bunch. I don't know if these are single or double file restarts. I'm assuming double file restarts. But I guess since like the leader just got to the next lap, it didn't count it or something like that. I don't 100% know, or everybody didn't get to the lap. I don't know exactly where they reverted back to. I think they just reverted back to the start because it was like right at the line. Don't know where the wreck was. Probably towards the back is my guess. These things are a handful. These things are quite a handful when you're not used to them. Especially this worn out of a track. I was hoping on my first time in these things it wasn't going to be this bad of a track, but it's going to be interesting, to say the least. But I do enjoy this track a lot. We did get spread out pretty quick, which was nice. Got single filed out. But I really don't want to be stuck side by side with people with this worn out of a track if somebody's blowing me, because I feel like they're just going to come straight up.
You a late model guy, Matthew? I don't think I've ever seen you in the sprint car.
I definitely am. I do 305s really. Every now and then.
Mostly just stick to like dirt legends and stuff like that.
I've never even ran those. Oh, we are single file restart. That is nice. I enjoy that.
Gotcha.
I am happy these are single file restarts. That is very nice. Especially this worn out of a track, because then I can get down to the bottom on the straightaway and actually hit the gas.
Come around to 13.
Hey, 13, we're not double file. He just wants to go. They just want to go as fast as they can. They had a good start. Being on that bottom, they would have hit the gas. That is one advantage of a worn out track like this, but, and he, thank you.
Pace cars off, be ready. Pace cars off, be ready. Ready.
This 13 car is going to get themselves a black flag. Or just lose a ton of time and give somebody else a black flag for them passing them. So we're up to 4th now. Well, back to 4th, I should say. Got kind of lucky with the caution in that regard. They are so far behind, I feel like they're wrecking. I kind of expect a ton of cautions with this worn out of a track, because this track kind of brings a lot of cautions. I am so loose off turn 4. And there's a caution. We literally got 1 lap in. Yay. But you have to be real careful on the throttle coming off of turn 4. Like, turn 2 is not too bad right now. Turn 4 is really bad. You got to be right up on that wall and then try to cut down to the bottom so you can get on the gas on the straightaway. But this track just came in so worn out. I was so shocked when I got into practice. I'm like, oh, this is not going to be great. Oh, geez. There's a lot of people wrecked over here. Why are so many people wrecked? Did they wreck? Oh, they were at the 13 car. I wonder how many X's they already had, because they hit the 4 car before the race started. They slid up right in front of me in turn 1, and I tried to stay off them and barely tapped them and got a 2X. They hit me under the caution, got a 2X. So I'm assuming they had at least 6, if not 8 or 10 there by the end of that lap. Because I don't know if they were a part of that caution or not. Because they were really far back after that first turn. So I kind of assumed that they got hit or somebody ran into them or they just slowed up or something happened. I don't know 100%. I have to go back and see that. But this might be a long race. Is there a time limit on this race? I don't see one. They take that down on the lap timer? Or the lap timing? I thought there used to be like a countdown timer for the end of the race. But maybe there isn't a time limit anymore. I don't know. Unless there is one and they don't have it on the lap timing page anymore. I know it used to be in, I think, the top right, but it's just showing my current time and then the time of the race. Thought it used to be up there, at least. I don't know. But I do like these single file restarts. That makes it real nice after the initial start. So hopefully we could stick with our spot. We seem to be decently quick compared to the guys behind us, but not quick enough for the guys in front of us. I figured the number 1 guy, with the way he was talking, he runs these a lot. I'm guessing the number 4 runs these a decent amount too. Wait, they have the same last name. I wonder if they're related. They might be. That might be why they're running the same race. That's cool seeing siblings though in iRacing. My dad races sometimes. We never get in the same kind of race because he doesn't really race. We just get into the practices together sometimes, but he mainly sticks on the oval side. He doesn't really do much racing. You gotta be so careful on the start. Don't want to spin my tires. and hit that inside wall or anything. I don't think I'm high. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, you can definitely run higher. That guy hit the wall. I just gave that guy the spot because he had a hell of a run on the outside there in turn 1. I didn't think you could run that high full throttle, but you can. Jesus. It's crazy on how worn out the front and back stretch get. I am just running way too low there in turn 1 and 2. I don't have a good handle on the car. Oh, I'm in the wall too. Oh, yeah, he had nowhere to go because that's my fault. Can I turn? Thank you. Okay, we didn't bring out a caution, which is nice at least, but unfortunate to say the least. Don't want to slide up in front of that guy. Try to get single filed out and go. Yeah, that was my fault 100%. I just slid up into the wall. Went in too hard. Dang it, I'm doing it again. I'm gonna DNF out of this damn race. Oh my god. I'm gonna DNF out of this race. This is like the worst performance I think I've ever put on in dirt. But I'm not a late model guy, or I'm not a sprint car guy as well. I run late models mainly. So we're nearly in the back now. Almost dead last for the running order. I knew turn 3 and 4 was gonna be a rough spot for me because of how close you have to run to the wall. Turn 1, I'm not bad if I run the high side like right. Turn 3 and 4, I just have to not hit the damn wall. And we could definitely gain some spots. This guy is all over the wall. Just try to get to the outside and get some grip. Try to salvage a run out of this. And not DNF out, because 3 and 4 is where I'm hitting the wall too much. I just need to be careful in it. Oh, Jesus. It's just so loose down the straightaway. It's so bad. And I feel like my steering might be a little messed up, but I'm not 100% sure. From me smacking the wall. Twice in 3 and 4. Oh, the leader's behind me. I will get down and out of your way. I do not want to wreck him. I don't want to wreck anybody. I feel bad for the guy that ran to the back of me already. He is flying though. Let's see if I can try to learn something off of him. And caution. So we're stuck a lap down, which sucks. So 9th is the highest we're going to be.
Alright, buddy.
That blows. If that caution could have came out a lap before, and we didn't go a lap down, that would have been nice. But that really sucks for me. Because you don't get any lucky dogs and stuff. That's very unfortunate. Well, 9th is going to be the highest we get unless people are wrecked out, which 8th place was in the pits. So we might be 8th at this point. But that sucks a lot. I wish I would have smacked the wall. I just went a little too hard into that corner trying to keep up with them. So that was unfortunate for me. So we'll probably get dropped to the back on 2 or 1 to green. I don't know where we get dropped back because I'm like never a lap down on dirt, so I don't know exactly how this works. Either this lap or the next lap we'll go to the back. Not sure when exactly. But I think we're in 8th at this point because the 8th place is on the pits. I'm guessing he wrecked. Don't know exactly what happened to them. Who is 8th right now? The 2 car. Oh, he was running up front. I'm not sure what happened to them. That's unfortunate. I know they smacked the wall too right when I did because my spotter said guy in the wall and then I was in the wall too. So my spotter was kind of foreshadowing it. But these are long enough pace laps to where we could drop to the back pretty easily, I feel like. I don't think they're going to start us here. Like me behind the leader and stuff. I'm pretty sure they'll let the lead lap guys around.
1 to go.
Where are they? Are they not? Are they not letting lead lap guys around? Oh, this is going to be a clusterfuck then. I don't like this at all. I thought the lead lap guy or the lap down guys would go to the back. That's unfortunate for the lead lap guys for sure. That really sucks. I just like, I hate that altogether. Me being a lap down car, I hate it.
You focus now. One lap at a time. Pace car's off. You
So
ready?
basically we're starting in second, but we're ninth place, pretty much eighth. Try to get out in front of the other guys on my lap. Yeah, he's going all the way out there. I wasn't getting far enough out. Jesus, it's just so loose. I don't want to be in the way of the guys on the lead lap. Even though I still got 10th behind me. I think this lap. Oh, and caution. We do move up to 8th. Okay. I don't know if we have to let the pace car by or we have to catch it. 7th place looks like they're in the pits. We might just gain spots from people wrecking. So that's nice, at least. Gaining some spots. This has been a fucking hell race. If we would have had any sort of grip in the middle, like if they just would have had a little bit of the middle worn out instead of the entire track, I think it would have been a better race to where people weren't wrecking every 2 laps. But this race is more skill based. You have to be able to run the edge of the grip and not hit the wall. And I don't have that kind of skill in the sprint cars yet. Not yet, at least. First time in the 410s ever. It's the hardest track slate. I really wonder what the percentage of this track worn out was. It was probably like 50, 60, 70%, something like that. It had to have been up there. But we're slowly gaining spots back because I think the 15 wrecked there. I think I saw them on pit road or they left or something. How many people are on the lead lap? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and I don't see 7th at all. So we'll be in 7th after the next lap. But we're only on lap 14 going into 15. I don't see a timer still. So I don't know if there is a timer on these races anymore or they just got rid of it. That kind of prevented a race taking an hour long to do 30 laps. But we'll see if a timer does in fact come into play or not. I don't know if it is or not, and they just took it off so people can't race towards it. You don't know? Kind of like weather. You don't know when the weather's rolling in, basically. That's kind of what it makes me think of, is the timer is the weather coming in. You don't know when it's going to hit, unless you have like a timer externally from iRacing to keep track of when it's going to come down to. I think that 10 car is that blue car. Yeah, it is. That one that ran on the outside in turn 1 that got by me. That was an amazing turn 1 for them. I just don't want to DNF out of this race mainly. Because I have 8X already. Had a pretty decent start. The leader's just gone. It does not matter. He's just absolutely gone. Trying to like follow his line somewhat. I don't get into turn 3 very well. And another caution. Jesus Christ. The 4 car's out now. So I think he was on the lead lap, wasn't he? Yeah, I think he was 3rd. Jesus, this race is a mess. Yeah, he was 3rd place, so we're going to be in 6th now. Hell, we might gain iRating out of this after all. Oh god, this race is ridiculous. I'm surprised people aren't raging over the mics, but I think people understand more or less that this track is completely worn out and it's very hard to run, but at the same time, like, I still would think people would be raging over the mics. We somehow might get iRating out of this still, which is crazy to think. I'm having decent restarts, not really sticking with the leader, but getting away from the guys behind me at least. I'm just trying not to spin the tires and get sideways and get ran over from behind mainly. So I'm doing a decent job of that, and I'm just trying to follow the leader as much as I can until 2nd place gets behind me and I can let him by. But he keeps getting stuck behind 2 lap cars, and then there's a caution, and he gets by one of them before the caution comes out every single time. So I'm hoping we could have somewhat of a green race at the end, like green flag race. But this race has been boring as hell with caution laps. It's exciting when you're green because You don't know who's gonna wreck at what point because you have to run right up at the wall. No, we're not doubling them up. That would be the worst idea at this point.
Hey guys, can we get some green flag laps here?
Yeah, I hope so. He probably wants to finish his
Easy
damn
on
race.
the throttle.
Yeah, you have to be real easy.
Move your wing back. We'll be good.
That is true. You can move the wing back for sure as well. I'm gonna move it back 1 click to -5. I kind of like it around -4, -5. It's not too bad. It's mainly just the throttle control. It's not like looseness of
Pace cars off. Be ready. Hit cars down.
like the wing. I saw him try that the lap before for the restart. It made sense, so I knew he was gonna do that. I wonder what he's running his wing at, to be honest. Okay, second place is finally in second place, so he'll probably catch me next straightaway? I don't know. Because I want to run the high side in 1 and 2 at least. 3 and 4, I'll run the bottom for him. Because I don't want to be responsible for wrecking second place just because I'm trying to run the outside and hit the damn wall. But he actually did not catch me there. Okay. Thought I was going to hit the wall going into the damn corner. Trying to get back to the outside. Yeah, you just have to be real careful on throttle. I'm trying not to hit the inside wall. But he definitely caught me that lap a little bit. I'll continue to run the bottom though in 3 and 4 just because I'm getting better at 1 and 2. I feel like. I just don't want to risk it with the wall out there with how many X's I have, and I hit the gas too hard there. I'll let him by me. Go ahead. I ain't trying to fuck up the lead lap, guys. There's not many of them left. I'm already in 6, so I'm not trying to wreck any of the guys left on the lead lap. There's only 5 of them. If they wreck, that's fine. I don't want to wreck them myself. Let him by. Go ahead.
Outside. Clear.
Because I want to be able to run the outside, but I don't want to get in their way. Mainly. Because if I was on the lead lap and I was doing this, I would just go and run the outside in 1 and 2 like normal. I wouldn't just let them by. Even though they are faster than I am at the moment, but it's just so crazy on how much these cars wear out of track, and it's just crazy on how loose they are down a damn straightaway too. I need to get lower in 3 and 4 if I want that to actually work out anyway. So I'm not doing good in that sense. That slid up really hard, but it actually gripped once it got up there. The very high lane in 1 and 2 starting to get loose now too. He's trying to make the bottom work now. I actually had a pretty good 3 and 4. Wish I could have gotten my lap back. That would have been nice. I know I'm not fast enough for that. If I just would have been on the lead lap, maybe I could have ran at this point top 3 or 4. I don't know. But I actually am running pretty well compared to this guy now. Running that low side in 3 and 4. I don't want to get too close to him and accidentally bump him though. I don't need any more X's. I'm definitely going to take a hit in my safety for once on dirt. Like my dirt's been at 499 forever. So it's like interesting to see how much I lose because I have an 8X right now. You gotta be so careful on throttle. It's crazy. Like these cars are crazy on how much power they have and everything. Not used to it. Like the only sprint cars I've ran are those 305s, and they don't have too much power. Oh, and that guy's wrecked, so that's gonna be a caution. Yeah, figured that. Still only 5 guys in the lead lap. I'm in 6. Definitely way faster than 7th or anybody else behind me. 7th place is 1 lap down. 8th and back is 2. So I can really only fall back to 7th if I get passed on the
Mine
track.
car, go ahead and pass me.
So I'm running decent, I feel like. I feel like I'm running decent, just not going to have a great result because I'm stuck a lap down. I think I could have ran top 3 if I was on the lead lap. Just with the guys that have wrecked. Because the 2-car wrecked, the 4-car wrecked, and they were in front of me in qualifying. The 10-car got by me on track. And I think I could have ran behind him. But also, don't know how many X's I would have if I was trying to run the outside and actually be faster. But this bottom's somewhat working for me if you actually get all the way down there. But now we're behind the 8th and 9th place car up here. So that's going to be interesting. Because they've been, like, kind of off the pace, it seems like, too. So, I don't know if they've caused any wrecks. I don't think so. Not to my knowledge. At least, like, the last few restarts when the wrecks were happening. I don't know how people were wrecking. But there was a lot of wrecks. That guy was flipping there. I think it was the orange car up here, but he landed back on his wheels somehow. So he might be able to roll again. Honestly, on this restart, I might just drop to the bottom and let the 4th and 5th place guy by. So I don't fuck with their race. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the restart is. I might just run the bottom in 1 and 2 and let them go. And then I can actually get away. Ooh, they're actually letting the lead lap by. So that's good. I like that. At least right at the end they finally did it. I don't know if I'm staying behind the 9 and the 8 though. Or the 9th and 8th place car, I should say. Okay, so I am. Okay, I'm staying behind these guys, which is fine. So I can kind of just stay back here and hopefully not get ran over. Oh wait, the 7th place car still, or 7th place is still on my lap, so I have to kind of run decent. I can't just like lay completely off. Everybody's stacking up. I can't pass this guy. Go, dude. Oh god, they are so slow down here. I'm gonna get past by 7th place probably. I just don't want to run into these guys. Like, they're running slow. But hopefully I can get by them. I got by one of them. Ooh, was not expecting him to go low there. I thought he was going to stay on the high side. It is so loose. But I got space on 7th place. Let's just not run into anybody. Finish 6th, and I'll take home 8 incidents and finish 6th. Don't know how we finished 6th. There's just so many wrecks. So I'll take it. I need to go back and see some craziness that happened in that race anyways, because there was a lot of wrecks. Good win by the 1 car, I'm pretty sure he won. Yeah, he was super fast, like there was nobody catching him. But alright, let's go back to the very beginning where people were just wrecking on the initial lap. I don't know. Okay, yeah, they wrecked down the front stretch. I think the 5 car is behind me.
Yeah, 1 car and Michael.
He had a pretty good run, but he just completely jerked the wheel.
I wasn't paying attention to if it said it wanted.
I don't know why he did that.
It kept on saying it wanted.
I think he was saying stuff about the caution laps, which was very confusing for a while. But was that the actual caution? I don't know. The 5 car just kind of turned down on them, and they're kind of driving erratic. Oh, the 9 car just ran to the back of the 11. 12 had nowhere to go, and that brings out the first caution. So what is the next caution for? We actually got a lap in, which was nice. And then the caution came out where? Down the front stretch, it looked like. Yep. 5 car spun. 5 car was on the inside. Oh, that guy, I don't know what number is that. What number are you? I can't tell. 6 car, okay. So they were coming down the sideways off the corner. 5 cars coming up. That's more of a racing incident to me, at least. That sucks for the 5 a ton. And they almost backed up into somebody. Jesus Christ. These cars don't like to turn right, going slow at all. But their steering might also be messed up. But they finished 5th. Not bad. At least they finished on the lead lap. They were able to stay there. And then we actually had a decently long green flag run. Right here on this restart, 10 car was way out there just flying on that outside. So I'm like, yep, you could have it. You could freaking have it. And I think this is where the 2 car messed up. And then this is where I messed up as well. No, not right there. Okay. I thought it was right there. I did it the same lap as the 2, I know that. So it might have been this lap. I thought it was the first lap on that restart. I'm surprised the caution didn't come out for what happened to me, because I thought I was like 90 degrees sideways. But I'm happy a caution didn't come out, even though it ended up putting us a lap down. Yeah, he smacked the wall, and then I did the same damn thing. Wait, let me just see how it finished for him. That guy got by clean. Also, he was super slow right there, so I'm surprised he didn't get a caution for that. I just went in, got too high, backing clipped, and the 12 had nowhere to go. I don't blame him at all. Like, that's all on me. He finished 4th, good for you. Like, he finished on lead lap. I'm surprised the caution didn't come out there, though, because there was a guy coming. I was super slow, but luckily able to keep it going, and I'm happy the guy behind me didn't hit me, which was nice. What was the lap of the caution? So, going into lap 12, who was wrecking? There are 3 guys here. I don't see that going well. Oh, this is how the 2 car got wrecked. Okay. So the 4, the 10, and the 2, they go in. 10 car is super slow right there. 2 just runs into him. 4 runs into the 2. He gets all flipped around and does not quite land on his wheels, and that brings out the caution. So that's unfortunate. I think the next wreck was the 4 car, was it not? Or was that later on? I think 14 super slow there. I don't know what caution came out or where the caution came out or anything. There are 3 wide here. 2 wide now. Okay, the 14. Oh, what happened there? Did he hit the wall here too? Oh, he about hit him. Had a good run on the outside. Sideways down the straightaway. Let off to let him by. And he just loses it going into the corner, runs into the 14. That was that wreck. Next lap. Oh, he's gone after that lap, so never mind. Go back. I think we're on lap 15 at this point, and this might have been where the 4 car wrecked out or something. Did he just leave or what happened? I know at some point he just left. I'm not sure exactly what happened to him. Get through these caution laps. There were so many caution laps. That was kind of ridiculous. But it was interesting that they didn't make the lap cars go to the back until the very end. I thought they should have done that from the get-go every caution. 10 car hits the brakes. 4 kind of ran into him, but not completely. He gets by the 10 there. Great running on the outside. Huge run on the 9. Checks up. Oh, he hit that outside wall. He checked up, and it just got his car a little loose. And it turned him back right, and it just clipped that, put him right into that wall, lost his whole nose. Comes down, nails the inside wall, gets hit again. That sucks a lot. That's awful. That's unfortunate. And then we had a pretty good green flag run, and then somebody wrecked here at the end. Where was this caution at? Here's the leader. So I know he didn't wreck. That wasn't like that far behind him. I just want to know who wrecked at this point. Oh yeah, this was when the orange car was upside down. Forgot about that. 10 car just lost it down the straightaway and hooked the 11, and that was your 2nd place there. That shows you how tough this track is with these cars at this point. Didn't he end up back on his wheel somehow, or was that a different orange car? I think it was just 2 orange cars. And then I think that was it for the race. So somehow getting by, finishing 6th there. I'll take it. I don't know if we're going to gain or lose iRating because there were 17 completed in the race, but only 15 actually competed. Like 17 registered for it, but 15 were in it, and then many people were out very quickly. So I'll take it. I need to get more of a handle on these cars. I wish we wouldn't have had as worn out of a track for my first ever 410 race, but it was quite a mess, to say the least. I know these things have a ton of horsepower, hard to handle, but they were a fun challenge, and I do enjoy this track. It was just 3 and 4. I smacked the wall way too many times, but we ended up with 8X. Did anybody end up out of the race? I know the 13 was crazy in the beginning. They only ended up with 6, but then they left pretty soon after that. But we ended up with 8X. Probably going to lose a little bit of safety. That's all right. Let's go see what we end up getting out of the iRating. Alright, results in. Strength of field was 2100. It wasn't too bad, but that was the only split, so I kind of figured that it was going to be this kind of race. Had 6 cautions in 30 laps. A lot of laps under caution. That was kind of crazy. Number 1 car, over 7,500 iRating. No wonder why he knew what the hell he was doing. He's done this a lot. He's the only one that really led laps. It says I led 2 laps, which is not correct. I did never led a lap. I was not higher than 4th in the race, I don't think, at any point. So I'll take the 2 laps led. Why not? But it makes it look like I wrecked out and from the lead or something like that early on. But we lost 7 iRating. Not too bad. At least I thought we were going to lose a ton more, finishing down in like 10th to 13th or so because people wrecked out early. But then people started wrecking out over and over again on those restarts. So it was just a mess of a race altogether. 4Car had the fastest lap. He was up there with I'm pretty sure they're brothers. It looks like the names. They're probably brothers or siblings, something like that. Father, son, brother, something like that. I don't know. Never seen the names before because I don't race sprint cars ever. Might see them more, little bit more because I'm gonna run these every now and then. But I'll take home 6th place after that crazy run. Able to minimize our incidents there at the end. Only lost 0.06 safety because I've had 499 forever, so it kind of bounces out a little bit, so it wasn't too bad because you can see six incidents up here. He lost 0.14, but he was also at like 86 or no 276, yeah. And I've had 499 forever, so it kind of builds up a little bit, but you just don't see it. And then when you get incidents, it'll slowly go down. But I'm not worried about that portion of it. But we didn't lose much iRating. I'll take that. First ever World of Outlaws 410 sprint car race. I'll take 6th, I guess, and minimize the incident points after the first about 10 laps. And with all those cautions, I wasn't actually a part of a caution. Probably should have been, but it didn't count as a caution for me, so I'll take it. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the race. It was actually a lot of fun. Just wish it wasn't as worn out of a track because it took a lot of skill to try to run the outside and both corners, mainly 3 and 4, because you had to be right up on that wall. And I don't have quite that amount of skill yet in these, or hardly any. I could run 1 and 2 decent, and then I was okay at running the bottom there towards the end. It wasn't super fast, but I was able to run it down there and be somewhat consistent. So appreciate you guys watching as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next race.